This is a tribute to Dr. Myles Munroe. Years ago, I was introduced to Dr. Myles Munroe ministry when I was a young married woman, a pastor's wife. I was raising 7 children. And I thought even if I had a dog, I would have named it Clue, because I didn't have a clue about purpose and destiny. It's a very pivotal point in my life, and I didn't know anything about scriptures like Jeremiah 29:11. At the time, I was living in Kansas City. I was invited by a girlfriend to travel to Tulsa, Oklahoma, so that we could attend what was called the Azusa Conference. I was going not knowing that my life would be changed forever. And here was a preacher by the name of Dr. Myles Munroe, who had just flown into the conference from the Bahamas with an urgent message, he said, to the American church, a message from God. He preached for over 2 hours with such passion and authority to a very captive audience, a challenging message about purpose and destiny. For me, it was a seed planted in my heart, but it still left me hungry and thirsty for even more. A short time later, another girlfriend convinced me that we needed to travel to the Bahamas to one of the Purpose and Destiny conferences. My initial answer of no was based on fear and, of course, the lack of finances, to which God eliminated every one of my excuses with supernatural provision and even emotional peace. What I didn't know was that the country was in the middle of an election, in the middle of a political upheaval, and that we would also find ourselves smack dab in the path of Hurricane Andrew. First of all, not liking to fly in the first place, plus fearful of storms, I experienced turbulence in the air, on land and sea, naturally and spiritually. And yes, I still live to tell the story. But honestly, it was worth it all. It was worth the trip. I believe many of the initial God-given kingdom principles, revelation, and impartations on the subject of purpose and destiny that I received during that conference have helped me overcome many storms, many trials, past and present, many tests in my life. It gave me such an understanding of what it means to be in the eye of the storm, to have peace in the midst of the storm. Now that was then, and this is now. So when I received the November 9th heartbreaking news of the plane crash that killed Dr. Myles and Ruth Munroe and 7 others, like most, I was heart-stricken, saddened, and shocked by it all. But as a believer, we know that sudden death means sudden glory. We have maybe been surprised on this side, but heaven certainly was not surprised. After listening to several of Dr. Myles' last messages and interviews, I remember how he talked about the graveyard, the cemetery, being one of the wealthiest places in the world, a place full of unwritten books and unfulfilled dreams and songs that were never sung and so much more. He also mentioned that when it comes his time to leave planet Earth, he just wanted his testimony to be that he would die empty. Remembering my trip to the Bahamas, God reminded me of the poem I wrote afterwards that was entitled, Living Full, Dying Empty. I would like to share this reading as a tribute and in memory of Dr. Myles Munroe. So here's the poem, Living Full, Dying Empty. Every task, every job and plan to complete, every assignment and calling given to me, every vision, every mission and ministry, using every God-given talent and ability, living full, dying empty. Every baby, every gifting inside of me, every song to sing, every book to read, every parade to lead, every kind and charitable deed, every challenge to complete, every promise to keep, living full, dying empty. Every vision, every dream, every reality, every spoken prophecy, every warning to heed, every door open and every opportunity, Every word decreed to set the captives free. That's living full and dying empty. Every hurt to heal, every offense to forgive, every crossroad to yield, every word of comfort to give, every trial to overcome, every race to run, every prayer to pray, every debt of love to pay. That's living full, dying empty. Life on earth is short compared to eternity. Death is a reminder of one's earthly mortality. I must live life on purpose, fulfilling destiny. My testimony and legacy, God's plan for me, is living full, dying empty. So on the day that the Father calls for me, naked I came and naked I will leave. But my coffin will not be heavy, disrobed of temporary things, my finished work complete, changed from mortal to immortality, because heaven is a reality. My spirit set free, having lived full, I shall die empty. One translation of Acts 20:24 reads, "The most important thing is that I complete my mission, the work that the Lord gave to me." Those were the words of Paul. This is Sister Carolyn Cofield. And my prayer for you today is that you would receive and live a life according to John 10:10. And that's life, and that more abundantly. Blessings on your day.